The Salem witch trials are such an important story in America's history, but also in terms of women's history. This is the 17th century. It's before the scientific revolution has taken off, before the Age of Enlightenment. They think about the world around them very differently than we do today. To them, the invisible world, a world that has ghosts and devils and witches, that's real. That's unquestionably real. But at the end of the day, nobody was a witch, until we have a scientific breakthrough that tells us people are capable of flying on broomsticks and hurting people with a glance of their eye. Witchcraft is an imaginary crime. So this is a crime that's brought against innocent people, typically during times of heightened fear and tension. So what we see playing out during witchcraft trials, Salem being a really clear example, is this tendency to scapegoat, to find somebody and assign blame when you feel this sense of fear and larger dread. A scapegoat is defined as a person or group of people who are unfairly or irrationally assigned blame. And the people who are oftentimes scapegoated are those who don't fit in to begin with. In this deeply patriarchal society, that's oftentimes women who argue with their husbands or their neighbors, women who are mouthy, women who have done something socially unusual, like had a child before marriage, or done something scandalous, like married one of their servants, married below their station. That's what we see playing out during the Salem witch trials. Salem is such an unusual place. We have this extremely dark history, this very tragic event that happened. But then we also need to remember that the witch as a concept has evolved and changed dramatically with time. As time goes on, good witches appear everywhere in pop culture. They pretty quickly in the 20th century become this feminist symbol. I grew up loving Hermione Granger and Harry Potter and pop culture witches, so I was so excited to come to Salem for the first time because I loved this idea of witchcraft that felt so empowering to me as a woman. And now, living here and learning about the trials, it's such sad history, but it connects so strongly to us in the modern day because the witch has lived on and continued to grow and evolve. Salem as a modern day city is such an unusual place because you see these different definitions of the witch everywhere you go. The historic definition, the religious definition, the pop culture definition. You turn a street, you see it all. And for some people that's kind of confusing. It's challenging to kind of put the tragedy on the same plane as the evolving witch. But I think that's why Salem is interesting, because it challenges us to continue thinking about this image and what it means to us today.